everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Wendy Hewitson, and I'm the Agritech Program Manager for Barclays Eagle Labs. So I hope you've enjoying our series of events around the agri-food funding landscape. And particularly, you're joining us today to look at agri-funding, what's on the horizon. So this follows on from our previous sessions, where we've talked to experts and guest speakers from companies such as Innovate UK, TBAT Innovations, Angel Groups, and even Greenborough Management. And they've all chatted to us around the latest funding calls, the principles of bid writing, how to do that winning pitch, and also the valuable business support available. So as I said, these are short on-demand sessions. And this one, the Agri-Funding, What's on Horizon, we're joined by Helen Sweeney, who is the Sustainable Agriculture and Bioeconomy Lead for Horizon Europe. So she's been telling us all around how to apply and what's involved in applying for the Horizon 2022 funding. And she's also highlighted a lot of the support that's available throughout the process. So as I said, today is around building a consortium. As with all our events, we have asked Helen Sweeney here to join us to provide us with her professional views on what the Horizon Europe funding calls look like for 2022. The topics discussed are an overview of the options for you to think about and to help you with your independent research and business decisions. So they are not intended as recommendations or advice. Please also remember as well that your business has its own individual circumstances, so the statements and views expressed may not be applicable or suitable for your business. So you've heard enough from me. Let's please welcome Helen Sweeney today to talk around, as we said, how you can get support and what's involved in building a consortium. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you very much, Wendy, for your welcome. Today I'm going to be looking at how to build a consortium to create the strongest proposal to access Horizon funding. As Wendy said, my name's Helen Sweeney and I'm one of the 3 national contact points that look after Cluster 6 in Horizon Europe in the UK. So, what makes a Horizon consortium? Well, there are... The Commission's eligibility criteria dictate that a consortium must have at least one independent legal entity established in the member state and at least 2 other independent legal entities established in a different member state or associated countries. So that's the bit that you have to get right. Now, it has to be said that these are multi-million euro projects that we're talking about. So it's highly unlikely that just 3 partners will be able to deliver against the whole scope and expected impacts of any project. So it is essential to get a consortium together that can deliver against the stated scope, impacts and outcomes in the core topic, and actually give the evaluators who are looking at the proposal the confidence that they can actually deliver that. So there is no fixed consortium mix, if you like. It's common to see universities, big businesses, small businesses, RTOs, charities, local authorities, national authorities, all within one consortium, depending on the type of call that it is. So there is no typical or model consortium structure. So you've got complete opportunity to sort of expand and to include whomsoever you like, just so long as they play an essential role in delivering against the scope. This is all then coordinated by a nominated coordinator who leads the group and ensures that all elements of the work are put together to address the requirements of the call. So the coordinator will deal with the administrative issues, but also might have some element of sort of a technical lead too. So that's how a consortium looks from the outside. So how to go about building a consortium? First of all, I would suggest that actually look into your own networks, both here and across Europe, is the best place to start. Start asking out whether anybody has experience in Horizon programs, and actually ask your networks whether they've had any experience, because they will be invaluable in providing insight and advice from a participant's perspective. So really useful to get that. So I think it's very difficult as a new entrant to come to Horizon and to start sort of working to find a consortium to work with. So there are various tools which are available, which I think could be of use. So Cordis is the Commission's database on previously funded projects. So this allows you to search the database and is very handy for finding previously funded projects in similar subject areas. So that will give you the whole list of projects. It will give you all the reporting that's been done and any publications that have come out of it. It also links to the coordinator of the project and the partners who were part of that consortium. So I would recommend going on Cordis, finding that out and actually contacting people, getting in touch with them, introducing yourself and seeing whether they're going to be putting an application in or creating a new consortium for these 2022 calls. The EU funding and tender portal is where you can find all sorts of information relating to Horizon Europe. So if you are looking at a specific topic that you've determined will be of interest to you, at the very bottom of that, there is a section called Partner Search. So you can see people who have uploaded their details and are looking to join a consortium or looking for people to join their consortium. So once you're registered on the EU Funding and Tenders portal, you are also able to upload your details and specify what you're interested in. So that's also a very useful tool to use. Now, brokerage events are, again, a great asset because that gets you sort of outside your own networks and sort of speaking and meeting people who you may not normally deal with. So the European Commission holds brokerage events, as do the KTN in conjunction with the national contact points in the UK. So we have recordings of previous events which you can access, which will give you an insight into who's who and what's what. And it's worth looking at the European Commission website for any forthcoming brokerage events. The Cluster 6 brokerage event is scheduled for the 27th of October. So if you're able to access that would be very helpful because you have access to one-to-one meetings with a whole range of would-be partners across Europe and beyond. So moving on. Here we have some of the links that I was referring to earlier in where we can find that information, because I think being proactive is absolutely critical to participation. It's unlikely that people are going to come to you in the first instance, so you have to go to people and you have to make yourself known and make the case for why you should be included in their consortium. We, as the UK, have been very successful in the past of accessing Horizon Europe funding, or Horizon 2020 funding, should I say. And in the last programme, we drew down over 270 million euros for projects across the UK and across the EU. So that sort of gives you an insight into how successful we've been in the past. And I would encourage anybody who's considering Horizon Europe funding to actually take the first steps and to have a look and see whether it is actually good for you to access. So in relation to that, please do get in touch with either myself or my colleagues Paul Bellow and Catherine Holt. If you are considering anything to do with Horizon Europe, we can give you support and advice. That is our role within Innovate UK, to support you in your journey towards Horizon Europe funding. So please do get in touch, and if you have any queries, don't hesitate to contact me. So thank you, Wendy, and I'll hand back over to you now. Thanks.
Wow, that's amazing. And as I say, I think both yourself, Paul, and Catherine will become a lot of people's best friends on that one. So really, really insightful, Helen. And I hope everybody at home has enjoyed it as much as I have. And again, take Helen up on the offer. If you want to have, the copies of these slides, get those links and get any support whatsoever, please do reach out to Helen and her colleagues, and they would welcome, obviously, having a chat with yourself. So I'm sure you've been fast and furiously jotting down notes, but these are all available on our YouTube channel, so you can watch this all back at your leisure. So again, thank you, Helen, for a really insightful and enjoyable session today. And the most important thing I can do is thank you people at home as well, our audience. So we really value, obviously, your input and your feedback. So if you do want to see other types of events or other content and subjects, then drop us an email. Drop me an email to agritecheaglelabs@barclays.com. After all, we're here to listen, and we want to support the UK's agricultural sector be the most sustainable in the whole of Europe, in fact, of the world. So again, thank you, Helen. I've really enjoyed it. And thank you everyone for joining us today. Take care, everyone.